Hello, multiverse travelers. Celestial here with a brand new look. Upgraded the animation style, new vibes, same chaotic energy. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now let's jump into today's topic, James Gunn's DCU lineup. There's a lot to love, a lot to question, and maybe one or two choices that have me scratching my head. We're officially leaving the Snyderverse behind and entering what Gunn is calling Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. And yeah, it's weird, bold, and honestly, kinda refreshing. Let's talk about the big one, Superman's Legacy. The film that's supposed to kick off this whole new DC universe. And honestly, based on what I've seen from the trailer, some early reports, and word of mouth from the cast, it's intriguing. It feels like Gunn's trying to give us a Superman that balances Legacy with a fresh take, and I respect that. But I'll be real, I'm still kinda on the fence. Some of the visuals, especially the costume designs, aren't hitting for me just yet. I'm talking about the suit textures, some of the color choices, it just looks a little too soft or cosplay-ish in certain shots, and even some of the casting choices. I'm not 100% sold on some of them. That said, this is James Gunn we're talking about. I loved what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. He took characters people barely knew and made us care deeply about them, so I'm keeping an open mind. Because if there's one director who can surprise us with heart, humor, and emotional payoff, it's definitely Gunn. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is also coming, and it's based on Tom King's comic run. We're getting a Kara Zor-El, who's seen way more trauma than Clark and grew up watching her world die. It's space opera meets revenge journey, and that's a tone shift I welcome. Now, here's the one I'm most unsure about, The Brave and the Bold. Yeah, this is the project that's finally giving us Damian Wayne in live action, which I love in theory. But here's my issue, we're about to have two different Batman running at the same time in the movies. You've got Matt Reeves' Batman, which is already a fan favorite, building up this gritty grounded universe, and now James Gunn is launching a separate Batman and Robin timeline in the same era. I get that Gunn wants to explore the full Bat family, and that's something Reeves hasn't done yet, but honestly, why not just fold Matt's Batman into the DCU? He's already got a solid foundation, a strong cast, a Gotham that feels real. Why start over again, when you have something that is working? This whole two Batman at once thing is just asking for comparisons, and not the good kind. It risks splitting the fandom down the middle, with people constantly arguing about which Batman is better, instead of just getting invested in one shared universe. And that's not what this new DC universe needs right now. We've had enough division already. Alright, now let's talk about a project that I just don't get, Clayface.